Hello everybody, my name is Amanda and this video today is going to be about how to write an essay. It's going to be the full process and I've been filming clips for almost a month now, checking in whenever I reach a new stage of writing. And just because of that fact, I want to kind of make a disclaimer that this vlog is not going to be a vlog per se like my last 3 videos. This is just going to be an in-depth tutorial or just kind of insight into how I write an essay from start to finish. And there's not really any fancy clips in between or any me going about my day. This is just me checking in about my essay. So if you're not really interested in that, then I would actually recommend that you come back for my next video, which is going to be a regular vlog. But if it is essay writing that you're interested in, I hope you enjoy this video. And again, it's just how I write an essay. It's not how everyone does it or how you have to do it. Just it could give you some tips and tricks on how to change your technique or how to get yourself motivated or whatever. So with that said, let's just cue the video. So it's currently Friday, 10 o'clock, and I thought that I would walk through what I've been doing so far. So I've started looking at them already, and I do recommend starting quite early. They are due in a bit over a month. Quite exactly actually. So the very first thing that I do is I look through the essay questions, and we have about 10 essay questions to choose from for English Lit, and I start looking at them and I pick out 3 questions that speak to me the most. I then start thinking about what 2 texts, since it's a comparative essay, what 2 texts would I do with these 3 questions. So the next step I then do is to brainstorm, and I brainstorm like paragraph ideas, just ways that I can approach this question from these 2 texts point of view. And I just write down everything that I can come up with. How can I answer this question in the best way? How does these texts engage with what the question is asking about? So I just brainstorm an entire page, mind map whatever floats your boat. So I end up with a page full of just ideas of what I'm gonna write about, what I might write about, and things that I'll probably scrap in the future, but just I'm throwing in there just as the creativity is flowing. And when I've done that, which is currently the stage that I'm at now, I go onto the university website, library website, and I do research search. So I'm not actually reading any essays, I'm just looking at what's there, what's available. I search for keywords that's in the question. I find what type of essays out there, and I try to find like general theory that's non-text specific. And since the question I'm doing this time is about character, then I also search for the book I'm doing and character and see what's written on the actual book that I'm doing. So I have a mix of general theory and text specific theory. And then it's just to start reading and reading and reading and reading. Taking quotes already at this stage is quite important because you save yourself a lot of time for the future. And that is pretty much what I am doing right now. So let me explain a bit further what I mean about that. So just reading what's written on the topic that I'm writing about really helps me form my own ideas, and just looking to what extent I can apply already existing theories to the novels that I'm doing. And then when I have my ideas pinned down and I have a detailed outline of what I want to write about in my essay, that's when I do my secondary batch of reading, because then I know exactly what I'm looking for in the critical texts. I know exactly what my arguments are, and I'm then looking for things that specifically agrees or disagrees with what I'm thinking about the texts. But more on that when we get there. So the thing about actually getting down to business is that you have to create something and you have to actually produce something. So I have now compiled all of the reading that I've done so far, and it's been more than I've wanted to. It was a lot of reading, so to speak. But now I am ready to start looking at the actual novels. I am doing The Good Soldier and Geek Love. I actually have a very clear idea of what I want to write about this time. So I've read what's out there and I'm now ready to get down to business and create my outline. So my setup is this. This is what I've got so far, and this is like an earlier brainstorm of the essay. So now I'm actually going to create an outline. And this will of course be subject to change. but it's a general idea of what I want to do. So it is now a while later and I have finished the first draft of the outline. Here is the finished result. It's quite the long outline. It's quite the long outline, but that's how I prefer it, at least, just because it makes the writing process so much quicker and easier, because you don't sit there not knowing what to write because it's all in the outline. So that's like my major writing tip, is to make the outline as detailed as possible, because you do not want to sit there staring at the page not knowing what to write. So I would rather put time and effort into the outline than the staring at the page, if you know what I mean. So I'm now ready to call this a day because I am quite tired, and the next step in the process is actually just the writing, the first draft of the actual essay. So I will be working quite closely with the books themselves just to know what actual quotes that will fit in the writing, but it will mostly just be trying to get words on the page. Gotten so far as I've actually started writing, and at this stage it's just getting words down on the page. Whatever just comes to your mind. You have your outline now, so now is the time to just get the words on the page. So I've just finished the introduction and like it's quite bad, but instead of worrying about the quality of what I've written now, that comes in the editing stage. And what I'm writing might be bad, but it's something at least. It's, once the words are on the page, I have something to work with. And as you can see there, I have words that I haven't read that I aren't happy with, that I know I want to change, but instead of dwelling over a single word or a single phrase, I'll just mark it in red and move on. We're currently in essay writing mode for the moment. It's 2 weeks until essays are due. Not too hard actually, like I'm doing quite well so far. And back to work. I think my coffee is done. Hello everybody, it's time for another check-in. I've been writing several hours today and I've actually managed to finish the first draft of the essay. The writing process has actually been going quite smoothly, and I think that giving yourself enough time to not stress about it makes it run so much smoother. So first I have a friend to look it over. I just sent it to her actually today. She will probably get back with it to me tomorrow, and that's when I implement those changes. Then I print it and do the language corrections. And after that, I just kind of add all the small things like bibliography and front page and side numbers and all of that to make sure that it's 100% ready to be handed in. So the essay is supposed to be handed in the day after tomorrow, and I only have a few tweaks left to do. It's the page numbers, it is the bibliography and all of that. But besides that, I'm pretty much finished with it. I'm quite happy with it actually. If there's anything that you want me to explain further, or if you disagree with something, or if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. I am always there to answer your questions. I will be back with a regular vlog for the next video, so I shall see you then. Bye!